You are now locked in with Piece of the Pie podcast, here with peace and purpose meets perspective. I'm Piece of the Pie Ra.
I'm Piece of the Pie Kai.
Two brothers bringing harmony and chaos. We believe when you reach your purpose, you reach ultimate peace. Let's build.
Let's build, baby.
So first off, today's topic, it's just a light introduction on our whole ensemble. We want to be able to uplift the community, which is the pie, the 3.14. If anybody know, you went to math class, you know what the pie is. It's 3.14. The numbers are infinite.
Infinite.
It's infinite. This means infinite knowledge, infinite wisdom, infinite purpose, infinite abundance, infinite prosperity.
All that.
So our three pillars today, right? Three pillars we got.
Purpose, peace, and power.
Power. Peace, purpose, and power. We here to speak our peace and uplift the pie. Like I said, it's the community. It's our brothers. It's our sisters. This is not a divisive platform. We here to uplift the world. If you ain't got no ego, you probably already prosperous right now because you was able to drop the ego and more came to you.
My piece is, for the piece of the pie, is finding your purpose and understanding your purpose and living in your purpose so you can find your peace. And once you living in your purpose, you find your peace, then your power naturally comes to where you can be able to guide your family in the right path, guide the youth in the right path. You know what I'm saying? Always understanding your purpose and never guiding nobody into destruction. Like the youngins say, crashing out. Like, we trying to prevent that. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people don't have, somebody to tell them some of the wrongdoings or hold them accountable for the things that need to be held accountable for, because we all men, sometimes we live in our ego, like bro said. But you got to be able to get past that. Once you can get past your ego, then you can take constructive criticism from people. And then more so for the ones you love. And even if it ain't the person that you love, you can still learn from that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't put on this earth for us to be bickering and arguing, being back and forth with a person. Like, you're supposed to find your purpose and you can live in your peace, and your power comes in abundance. And it's almost just that easy, but you got to be able to tap in with yourself. And we here as two brothers, came collectively as a group, but, down the line, other brothers got other things that, tied them up to where they living prosperous throughout that. They getting their abundance in different ways, so to speak. But we're trying to just come with an origin for people to understand the build, the knowledge, like, not having somebody living in the dark, like, you got to be held accountable for the things you do. Like, my brother, if he tell me something, like, I got to understand, like, where he coming from. It's coming from a place of love, you know what I'm saying? And when that's being said, it can give me the opportunity to correct my wrongs. And that's all it is. If you walking in a godlike manner, it's easy to correct your wrongs.
And he's speaking on truth. I have no problem telling my big brother the truth, even if it hurts his spirit, even if it hurts his soul. We here to challenge each other. Like you said, not lead each other down the path of destruction, right? So when we say purpose, this platform, the whole ensemble is based off purpose. It's a lot of platforms and, it's a lot of opinionated people with platforms with no substance. There's no purpose behind it. It's unsubstantiated, which is not valid. So for one, we want to bring back validity. There's too many people talking and don't know what they talking about.
They just talking.
Right? We real family men. We have wives. We have children. It's easy to live without no structure. As a renegade and sporadic. It's easy to live like that, which is simply a crash out. It's easy to live like that. So when we say purpose, we mean that. This is our purpose. And we are abundant. We are prosperous. We are peace. We are love. And we here to uplift the community one piece at a time.
Facts.
And y'all already a part of the piece and don't even know it. Y'all part of the piece of the pie. But you got to find your purpose, right? You got to find something that you spiritually gifted at doing. You was born here with a gift. It wasn't to use it for yourself. It was to use it for service to other people. You find your spiritual gift, whether it's communicating, whether it's building. You might be athletically gifted. It was for a purpose, right? And we believe God and all right. We're not religious, right? We more spiritual. I mean, spiritual and religious tie hand in hand, but religion was given a bad name, right? So that's why a lot of people say they more spiritual. So we are very spiritual, right? We move with our heart. This is something that was on our heart. That's why we started. Heart has art in it. Our art, which is the piece of the pie, came from our heart. So we know it's going to become abundant. We know it's going to be prosperous. But our whole purpose is substantial. It has substance tied around it. That's why it's going to continue to grow. If it's going to move you, we want to move your spirit. We want to move your soul. We want to challenge your ego. We don't care about where you're from. We don't care about your accolades, how much money you got. We're here to speak on the internal, the soul. When you speak from the soul, just like music, it's classic. It lasts. So that's the first pillar. We just want y'all to move with a purpose and use your service to communicate with the people. So second pillar we want to touch on.
Peace.
What's the second pillar, big bro?
Peace, man. The
Peace.
second pillar is peace.
Peace.
God. You wanna live in your peace, man. But you can only live in your peace if you find your purpose. Cause then you it's almost like you understand yourself. You're happy to be yourself. You ain't gonna be speaking, I'm him. You gonna say I'm me. Because you saying I'm me is living in yourself. You know, I'm not him. I'm me.
I'm me.
You know, I'm me. So, and I understand me. You know, it don't happen overnight for you to understand yourself, but that's why you gotta live within yourself. You gotta find your purpose so then you can live in your peace. Once you live in your peace, then your power just comes. It comes, but living in your peace to me is not having the grumpiness and the attitude for no reason, walking around with the chip on your shoulder for no reason. Like, if you walking in peace, people gonna give you your grace. You don't have to walk with the chip on your shoulder like, you know what I'm saying? You don't really gotta walk like that. You can really walk in your peace, and meaning you gonna give people the respect when respect is due. We're almost everybody is taught to treat people how you want to be treated. Like, and it's almost just that simple. If you're not treating the person how you want to be treated, then how can you expect the respect? How can you know what I'm saying? How is that gonna just happen when you thinking, oh, I can treat these people bad, but then they're gonna treat me how I want to be treated? Nah, man. You gonna get the same energy that you giving people. If you giving people that attitude, that snobbiness or whatever the case may be, that's what you're gonna receive back in return. And then you'll be asking your question like, you'll ask yourself like, man, why people keep treating me this kind of way? It's because you're not being peaceful. Peaceful comes within. You don't need nothing on the outside to try to bring you peace. Your peace is already within you.
And once you understand yourself, which takes work, right? You don't find peace in a day. Rome wasn't built in a day. Villages aren't built in a day. Once you understand yourself, like Big Bro said, you don't gotta be him. It's too hard trying to be him. Be yourself. It started with a person saying they him, and people thought it was like they follow everything else.
Sweet spot.
I'm him as well. But you got your own individual gift. You got your own individual purpose that you were sent on. And it has nothing to do with ego. Strictly service to the people. Use your gift for service. To contribute to the pie. That's the peace. And like you said, once you find your peace, right? Your peace is not having to be validated. Not having to post when you do something good. You should be validated by your family.
Your
right? You should be validated by your mother. Are you a good son?
Yeah, that's what
Huh? Have you been a good parent? Do your kids run to you when you come home?
Yeah.
Or do they fake sleep when you come home? They really not sleep. They just tired when you come home. Cause you're gonna beat their ass and you gonna inflict your pain that you went through in the day on them. The kids don't deserve that. The kids don't deserve that, and it's not peaceful. It's not harmonious. There's no flow when you in that peace. You don't gotta keep running here and there, different state to state when you at peace.
Your family moves with you.
You're not up and down when you at peace. You in flow. When you in peace, money flow, abundance. Y'all trying to reach a certain pedestal of money and find out you don't got nothing internal inside that you did spiritually. You looking for generational wealth, you should be looking for generational health. Y'all not even eating right. You know, that ain't peaceful. You are what you eat, right? You shouldn't be eating nothing with a head that crawl, that walk.
Don't stop going in on shit like that already, bro. Like, don't.
That was on the other one.
All right.
But we back at it. If you flow, I ain't gonna stop you when you flowing. Yeah, just let it flow.
Keep looking at the sweet spot,
yeah, just cooking. That's what I was doing till you said something.
You was not.
Yeah.
All right, my bad. Go ahead.
So the second pillar, right? The second pillar,
peace.
Right? Within peace, you don't need to be validated. You get validated within your family. If your family not proud of you, right? That means more than likely you haven't done nothing to be proud of. You've been posting all day. You post every day. The people that's on social media all the time, take a break. Y'all should really take a break and let people that have validity, they got credibility, meaning they either done something or seen it be done, or it happened within their family circle, right? So that's our peace. That's my peace. We're here to speak our peace, to uplift and bring harmony and chaos. Third pillar, big bro. Third pillar. What's that third pillar?
Power.
We on?
Power.
That power feel good, don't it?
Man, that power feel amazing.
When you can control your emotions, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. When you got the power of understanding for real. Like you know what's going on.
Oh, you know what's going to happen. You're not worried.
Yeah, you're not tripping.
You don't care about Donald Trump.
You gotta move around with the ratty. Like, I'm experiencing that now. You know what I'm saying? Like, understanding the power of what you put out there. You know what I'm saying? You like I say, you only gonna get what you put out. The energy you put out is what you gonna receive back. You know, some people jobs require them to move around with the ratty, and that's fully understandable. When you going in certain situations where other people have, they're protected up, and you gotta understand that. Like,
he's referring to when he says ratty, he's referring to
the gun. My bad.
Gun.
The Ratchino, the Blicky. This is not the Blicky. I'm an old head, so when we say Blicky, we mean the. Know what I mean? But anyway, like, some people gotta do that. Some people gotta run around with that. But for the most part, when you find your real power, you just know how you moving it. You know the good grace is only gonna come to you because you're not moving with no ill will, ill intent. Like, you really moving in your purpose. You moving it with peace. So you gain your power to where you can control the rooms and the areas where you in. Because if the area don't feel right, you're supposed to leave. Like, it don't take a rocket scientist to know you can go in a room, you can step in the room, it's it could be that might not be the spot for you to be in. But in the same note, that power just comes from you being a dad, coming home and your wife happy to see you when you marry, you know what I'm saying? Your kids enjoy seeing you. That's just the power of being a man and
being peaceful.
And you being a man designs protection, purpose, you got to provide. So in a sense, like, your power is supposed to come from above, you know what I'm saying? From God, to be honest. If you put him first, he going to give you all the power and the grace that you truly need. So I ain't the one, like bro said, we not on no religious type, but spiritual, of course. So you got to figure out what you might need to do in your life, what you might need to eliminate or add in order for you to find your real, to gain your power. You know what I'm saying? You might already have a power in your household, but you just don't know how to bring the peace. And you might not know how to bring the peace because you can't find your purpose. You know what I'm saying? But then there's so many distractions and delusions that's ahead of us in the game. You know, a lot of times people want to sit and scroll all day. You can get locked into that. It's designed for that. And sometimes you gotta tap into yourself and be like, you know what? Maybe I might need to take 10 minutes out of the day off of me being on there for an hour. I'll be on that joint for like 45 minutes now. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, break it down because it doesn't happen overnight. Like what they said, Rome wasn't built overnight.
You have to get off social media. Figure out yourself, right? Peace takes work. Figuring out yourself, figuring out who you are, figuring out what type of people you influence the righteous way.
Yeah.
When you say power, it's power in being able to manifest and change your reality, right? We all have the power to change our reality. Mm-hmm. We all have the power and the free will to do something purposeful so you can find some peace. Like you said, when you put in good comes back. That's just karma. That's just duality. So when we say power, you're able to manifest your destiny, right? What we looking at when we see a lot of people, they're manifesting their own demise. And that comes from when you got power, you believe in the power of the tongue, what you speak. Just for example, when people say, if it ain't one thing, it's another, you already putting negative energy back onto yourself.
Hold on.
When you say we live to die.
Hold on. I don't mean to cut your whiz, bro, but when you say it's one thing after another, you know, I was talking to moms the other day, right? And I said, certain people use it's one thing after another. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be one thing after another because look, if it ain't one thing after another and it ain't nothing else, what is you? You're dead. You're a corpse.
Yeah, but when people say it, they say if it ain't one thing, it's another. That means it's something bad always happening. They only say when something bad is happening. That means after okay, they might have lost their job and then somebody died. And so if it ain't one thing, it's another.
But that's life.
That's exactly.
That's life. If it ain't one thing, it's another and another.
But you still speaking bad onto your whole reality. When you say if it ain't one thing, it's another.
I feel what you said.
That's the power of the tongue. Yeah. And something always come up. So you say if it ain't one thing, it's another. Something come up. Don't it?
Of course.
Always.
Something supposed to come up.
So it ain't one thing after another. It is life. Like Big Bro said, it is life that's up and down. That's a circle. When you go in a circle, it's going to go up. It's going to come back down. But as long as you stay within your purpose, it's going to keep on flowing.
If you be technical, one thing and another, to me, I'm saying that because it has to be another. It has to be, you know.
No, they say if it ain't one thing, it's another.
Yeah.
It ain't one thing after another.
I know that, what you saying, but it's almost like it has to be another. Because it's just going to be that one thing.
It don't got to be another. You can speak positive for it to be another. But it's a negative connotation to it. You coming up with something new, that's perfect. But most people would say, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Talking from a stressful standpoint, from a deterred standpoint. You know, so it's just all about how you speak on things. Oh, I'm broke. They might say, oh, I'm broke. I'm always broke. So we only here to build a piece of the pie.
Piece of the pie.
We want everybody to be a piece of the pie. It's gonna take the
world.
world. It's gonna take the conscious level. We know we're at the bottom. It's not a divisive platform, but we know who's at the bottom, and it's a reason. It's a lot of destruction going on in our community.
It's a lot of delusion,
right?
Man.
It's a lot of delusion.
Yeah. Toxicity.
And to be honest, we want to say this for y'all, but it's a lot of overindulging in negative, right? And we that's a whole nother podcast we're gonna get into, a whole nother episode, but. That's what we're here for, man. We're here to uplift the community, uplift the universe, right? What you put in, and we're not going to get into universal law. Y'all can understand harmony and flow. If you got to look at your life to understand it. If you overindulging, your mind might not even be clear enough to see. You might not be able to see where you going or where you coming. So that's what's going on. You so delusional. You don't know if you coming or going.
Yeah.
And that's just that. We see that. So we want to come to y'all in our purest form.
That's it.
So we can be able to discern. Discerning is being able to judge in the right way. We're not judgmental, but we do want to discern in the right way. Mm-hmm. We want to be able to help y'all discern a good wife, right? Y'all worried about family, but it's gonna take a wife, right? But in order to find a wife,
created man and woman.
in order to find a wife,
of him, not a man, not a woman in the likeness of a man. He created a woman in the likeness of him, and not a likeness of man. That's why it's man and woman.
Man and woman, which is
a woman has the womb.
Ma'at. Y'all gonna see it pull up on the screen. Ma'at. It's a balance of masculine energy and feminine energy, right? That's just one gift we gonna give y'all. One matter of fact, that's one pop fact we gonna give the people.
Yeah.
The Ma'at. That's a balance and the flow. That's one way you can balance your life out with the Ma'at.
Ma'at, you put me on that.
Ma'at.
Where you get that word from, bro?
Just reading, doing your knowledge. You got to do your research to figure out universal law, right? Universal Allah. We can get in that as well. That may go over a lot of y'all heads, but that's what we're here for, man. We just here to build, right? This is the origin
show you what
of
two
Piece of the Pie.
Building about, man. This is like regular conversation.
Two real brothers, two blood brothers.
Same mother, same father, and pops raised us,
sister,
mom raised us, sisters, like family.
Grandfather. This is strong bloodline. So these are the ones y'all need to allow speak on these platforms when they have families. They have wives. They able to speak on
that narrative of being single, bro. Living a single life is.
It's not that.
That's a whole.
It's not
that's
that.
A whole.
That's something. That's something y'all tell yourself.
Yeah, right? They bro. You supposed to be in the house lonely, miserable, porned out,
beaten off
till you turn
right, gray. Which is another overindulgent. You overindulging in self, which is you beating off. Y'all need to cut that out, man. It's not good because that's your sexual desire taking over yourself. When you at work and you beating off, come on, man. Y'all need to cut that out. You at work, you got to go to the back to beat off. That's a problem. That's a problem. And that's your sexual desire taking over because y'all overindulging in weed and liquor, for one.